Whoa, what is up, guys? Holy crap. It's got pretty bad out there overnight. Bitcoin was trading under $80,000. Now I haven't looked at the price in the last 5 minutes. Maybe it's under there again, but some pretty crazy stuff has been happening here in the cryptocurrency markets. I want to break it down with you, why markets are freaking the frick out, what's going on, look at the charts, try to examine how bad it actually is, and all that fun kind of stuff. Answer your questions second half of the stream. We better get straight into this, guys. And yes, Goblin Town. Goblin Town, man. It's not a fun place to go, but it's a place we go sometimes. Oh, yeah. I forgot to have my screen. Here we go. Good, put that on there, Lark. Okay, great. So this is the S&P 500, currently down 4.6% from its all-time highs. Now, I know what you're thinking. That seems like Bitcoin should definitely be down 25% for its all-time highs. Ethereum should be down 50% for its all-time highs. Solana down almost 60% from its all-time highs, and all your altcoins basically at zero. That seems like a rational reaction to the S&P 500 being down by 5%. It's very interesting. Now, obviously, we're losing the 50-day EMA here. That's not fantastic. A lot of fear growing. 100-day EMA as well. Why is that one yellow? A lot of fear growing here in the S&P 500. Magnificent Seven. NVIDIA, Tesla, all that stuff down big time. Tesla's down like 40%. NVIDIA went down like 7-8% yesterday after massively beating earnings, might I say. Wild earnings beat. Nobody gives a shit. Dumped it anyway. Everybody's worried about the tariffs. And what did Trump say yesterday? He said tariffs wouldn't be necessary with a trade deal. We'll see. You understand the idea here. Mr. Art of the Deal, he is slamming these countries with tariffs, forcing them to the negotiating table to hammer out better trade deals. It's probably going to work out pretty well, in my opinion. That being said, we're definitely going to have to eat some shit in between now and when some of these things calm down. Now, there's a lot of things to the tariff, and we've actually got a whole video coming on that, but just a few quick points. Tariffs are probably going to push inflation up, which is bad. Nobody likes inflation going up. Everyone's going to freak out over that. Flip side, Trump's proposing tax cuts, which are probably going to negate inflation. Elon Musk's been talking about a $5,000 basically dividend payment from the Department of Government Efficiency cuts going only to taxpayer households, not households that don't contribute to the tax system. Okay, so that puts money in people's hands. Plus, they want to get the oil production up and drive the price of oil down domestically so that everything's cheaper. And if the price of oil comes down, let's say by 10, 15, 20%, guess what? That is going to have a big impact on the price people pay at the grocery store and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, okay, tariffs on the one hand, but okay, so that's what markets are freaking out about right now. Probably not as big of a deal as people make it, but the market doesn't like it. You can't fight reality if the market doesn't like it, okay? Could be easy letters saying might see inflation up to 4% this year. Prediction markets now see a base case of inflation in the U.S. rising to 4% in 2025. Now, rising up to 4% sometime in 2025, where do we get by the end of the year? Maybe we see a case where over the next few months, yeah, we kind of have to eat a bit of shit. May not play out as well as we all had hoped, obviously. We were hoping for a good Q1, Q2. Unless we reverse relatively quickly. It's not what's happening right now. Furthermore, it's 22% chance of inflation rising above 5%. This is a shorter term swing in prediction markets, by the way. In December, they thought inflation was going to be at 2.3%. So as the tariff situation changed, it's funny because Donald Trump said he's going to do tariffs. Why weren't they thinking about that back in December? Did nobody believe Donald Trump was going to do what he said he was going to do? I know it's a revolutionary thing for politicians to do what they say they're going to do. Bonke here sharing January PC report. It's coming in today, guys. Okay. Tiny bit of hopium here for us. This is the personal consumption expenditure price index. That comes in at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, which a few hours from now. Yeah, a few hours from now. Forecast here is that it's going to have gone up slightly month over month. Okay, so, but here's the thing. If we come in cooler than expected, markets probably like it. Come in hotter than expected, markets probably don't like that. Okay, as per usual, right? We had hotter than expected inflation a few weeks ago. And then, of course, we see where we are right now. Inflation fears have gone very high, especially with the tariff conversation. But if PC comes in a bit cooler than expected, maybe that calms markets down a little bit. And I know what you're thinking, man, what's personal consumption expenditures price index have to do with my dog coins? Well, that's just the way it is, guys. Risk on, risk off environments. Sentiment sharing this, traders are showing a very high level of confidence that this dip is the one to buy, according to spiking discussions across X, Reddit, Telegram, 4chan, Bitcoin Talk, and Farcastle. I do they're waiting for this crowd enthusiasm to die down as a signal that enough pain has hit. People are still too enthusiastic. You have to have your face, you have to be kicked in the balls a few more times before you finally chill out and say, I'm not buying this shit. And then, of course, it rockets higher, inevitably. It's always the case. Now, here's a few theories for you, okay? Over the next few weeks, it's very likely that we get some kind of relief rally. We're probably not going to keep going down forever, especially considering price-wise where we are. We'll discuss charts here in a second. We're probably not just going to keep grinding downwards forever. We're down $20,000 in 7 days. I mean, that's pretty dramatic, even for Bitcoin. Probably get a relief rally at some point, okay? Now, when the relief rally happens, the question becomes, is it a real rally or just a relief rally? So scenario one, it's an actual reversal. Okay, tariff fears subside. Trump talks to Xi Jinping. Trump, talks to Trudeau and the Shinebound Mexico and whatever, and then deals get struck over the next few weeks. Okay, M2 correlation picks up. What do we do about a 2-month delay behind M2 moves? So in that situation, we're looking probably like end of March for us to catch up with M2 correlation. M2 is pumping right now. Okay, M2's been pumping for a few weeks already. So M2 money supply keeps pumping. We catch up eventually and we start following it back up. That's the idea. Bull market resumes. A lot of people end up being offside and have to rush to buy back in as they see prices going higher. That's scenario one. And this then assumes that we are able to break over $90,000, particularly $92,000. Steve-O, did you get? Yes, I did. I changed my profile picture. And when you do that, you get unverified until they verify your X account again. Long story. Anyway, so continuing. Number two. So we need to get over $92,000, okay? $92,000 with some good things happening in the background, that probably starts sending us back up to where we want to see in the range, where things actually look like an actual reversal could be in play. The second and more bearish problematic situation that could probably catch a lot of people out is a bearish retest of the key range. So prices grind up over the next couple weeks. We get up to $90,000. Everybody starts going mega long, the story, and then we get rejected on gosh knows what. By the way, it's Friday again. The last 7 Fridays have been like, there's always been some surprise just after markets close. And then crypto has to just eat glass the entire weekend as we go into low liquidity and everybody loses their minds, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, bearish retest of the range. So for anybody looking to exit, probably one of the better times to do it is at the bearish retest of like $90,000, assuming, of course, that we don't break over that. So if we go up there, get rejected, probably a last best time to get out of the market before even lower prices might come in. Okay? Not saying to sell your Bitcoin, but you may want to think about what to do with some of your altcoin bags in that situation. Alternatively, it just keeps getting worse. Massive fear on the timeline doesn't matter. Hitting key support, none of that shit matters. It's just straight to Goblin Town, guys. We're going to talk about the Bitcoin charts here in a second, guys. But if you are a cryptocurrency trader, and I know what's going on, guys, okay? I know it's been rough, but hey, you want to get $50 for free? Because guess what? Once you sort of calm down and remove the insane fear from your realm of being, there's a lot of opportunities out there in these markets. There's opportunities to short, there's opportunities to long, there's bounces, there's all kinds of stuff going on. You want $50 for free? Go check out Femex, OG exchange, one of the exchanges I've actually been using the longest. You can get $50 for free. Use the link down below to start your account. Up to $500 in deposit bonuses as well. So 20% rebate on your deposits. You deposit $1,000, get $200 back, and up to $1,000 in trading bonuses as well. So check it out. Link down below if you're looking to score a few bucks for free, as well as, of course, try out a new exchange where you can trade all the top coins. Now, the price of Bitcoin. I put this on the chart yesterday. Full bull here, bears die here. But I put this on here. Your hopes and dreams die here. That's the level right here. It's $73,000 approximately. That would be an exact retest of the March 15th, 2024 highs. Okay. Okay, check that out. So we went down pretty hard today. We're currently around $80,000. We did get as low as $78,000 so far today. It's been rough. It's been rough. We are seeing a lot of selling happening. Okay. A lot of spot selling. And right now we are also dealing with the fact that huge ETF selling is going on. Wall Street's dumping their Bitcoin ETFs. We had a $1 billion outflow day yesterday. So a lot of dumping is being done. And when they dump $1 billion in Bitcoin, that Bitcoin has to be sold pretty damn soon. So they send it over to Coinbase and it gets dumped in the market. Okay. Probably going to see more Bitcoin ETF outflows today. Hopefully early next week that starts slowing down. When that starts slowing down, that actually gives the price a chance to recover, because it's just like right now trying to, ape into a Bitcoin buy, trying to call the bottom, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like trying to hold on to a palm tree in a tsunami. Like that tsunami of money exiting through the Bitcoin ETFs right now, it's going to sweep you away, guys. Okay. So just be careful. Okay. Keep that in mind. Now, $73,000. That's sort of the key line in the sand. We start getting the price anywhere below that, and it's lights out probably for a little bit, guys. Let's keep that real. Okay. Maybe a quick wick or something, fine, but much below there, and no bueno, no bueno. Maybe we end up, ranging sideways for 6 months or some crap like that. But so far, I would just like to say this particular dump is totally standard for crypto. The problem is that the macro fears are starting to drive everyone crazy. But we've had macro fears in the past. We had China banning Bitcoin, India banning Bitcoin, all kinds of crazy BS happening. Question you have to ask yourself is, will the tariff scare be enough to totally tank equity markets? Is the big equity market bear market here? Because right now for Bitcoin, that's just 21% off the local lows. We are 28% from the peak to the trough right now. That is standard for a Bitcoin bull market. As much as you may not like to hear it, as painful as it may be to see, okay? That's true. That's true. So right now we need to watch for this area to continue to hold support between $73,000 and $75,000 approximately. So be careful, okay? Be careful. Look, don't try to be a hero either. I see a lot of people out there we just keep getting billions of dollars of liquidations every single day. Guys, you don't need to try to win it all back on leverage, okay? Sometimes you just need to relax a little bit, okay? Just let things play out. Try to dial down the fear. Try not to rush into a trade. Wait for the market structure to establish itself a little bit, okay? Eminem says, I just bought more Bitcoin. I'm a believer. Let's go. Let's go, man. Bitcoin's on sale. Bitcoin's on sale right now. If you don't think that a new recession is here or that the bear market is truly here. Now, we are obviously in a very bearish phase for the market right now. The question is, was $109,000 the top, and it's absolutely over for the next 4 years or next year or two? Well, that remains to be seen. And these things are only completely obvious in hindsight. However, all we need is a few good headlines and markets start pumping again, right? We get some good PCE data today. The next Fed meeting in 2.5 weeks or whatever, we get some, okay, Jerome Powell's looking at, okay, great. Well, maybe we need rate cuts sooner, and then markets get really excited again, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So that's where we are right now with Bitcoin. We need to get back up above ideally 85K just for some short-term relief, to be honest. I like this one. Isn't the point to invest in Bitcoin and hold for the long term? It's true. But when we talk about Bitcoin, we talk particularly about its impact on the rest of the market, right? Where it's going at. And a lot of people are just trading Bitcoin too, which is also fine. So people can trade Bitcoin, or people can just be, holding it long term, escaping fiat, and that's fine too. You have to, and if you're doing that, then you don't really care about short-term price fluctuations. If anything, you're saying, oh, great, I'll buy some more on discount today. Okay, let's move on. A lot to cover here. Don't want to go much beyond 20 minutes. I got time for you guys' questions as well. Carl Menger here sharing this. Bitcoin ETFs experienced the largest single day outflow on record, with investors drawing out a staggering $1 billion, around $3.5 billion or so out this week. Huge numbers here, people. This marked the 6th consecutive day of outflows, longest streak in 9 months. Study harder, boomer. Big bet against Bitcoin right now. Shorts outnumber longs 10-1. That'd be unfortunate if all those people got short squeezed. Well, just saying, just putting it out there. Now here, check this out. This line on the chart right here, this is the uptrend that we've had in place since the bottom of the bear market, okay? Price currently coming right back down there. Now we also have the bull market support band on here, which has been broken when we lost $90,000. It was not only key range, but also breaking a lot of indicators, much like that one. We can look at the 20-week EMA as well, which was right there and got lost also. Currently approaching the 50-week EMA. It's at 75, let's say $76,000. So just below us on the chart here. So these are the two lines you want to see holds. Like I said, you go down to under $73,000. You're under the peak from March 24. You're under the 50-day EMA, and you break the uptrend. That lights out for a while, potentially. So just keep that in mind. So far, relatively standard bull market correction, is incredibly crazy as it is, okay? I know it's great, especially if it's like your first time here and you're just top blasting back in December and you're like, holy shit. I get it. I get it. Miguel says, you spoke like this. Yeah, I might be totally wrong. I might be totally wrong. This is the start of a new horrific bear market, and it's going to be down only for 2 years. Very, very well possible. Okay. And like I've said before, guys, if you believe that it is truly over, then you should be 100% in cash right now. Take all your damn money and run. Okay. I get it. I get it. And there's invalidation points for me, and some invalidation points and some assets already been hit. So I was like, shit. Bitcoin so far has not hit those major invalidation points. It's damn close, though. We've hit a lot of them, let's say, losing the range on 90K, for example, and a few other things, right? We're coming up to the last lines here. It is normal to retest these lines during a market cycle. You can see already we've retested the 50-week EMA 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Let's see how it plays out over the next few weeks. Okay. How's my ETH bag? My ETH bag is rough, guys. Let's not talk about, actually, we're going to talk about Ethereum, but yeah, gosh darn. Okay. Rager saying March 19th will be an obvious reversal time after the Fed meeting. IMO late March and April will be good times for cryptocurrency markets. Crypto Amsterdam saying, seriously though, clear your mind of negativity and portfolio all-time high flashbacks. Many mistakes were made, but most start making the next mistake already. This period, Bitcoin's first consolidation, new highs, is historically roughest part of the cycle. The divergence between altcoins and Bitcoin is at its peak. Bitcoin dominance cycle high, feels late in the cycle, yet money hasn't flowed into mid, high, and low cap altcoins in any serious way yet. Only Bitcoin and a few of the majors, while most here are positioned in high, mid, and low caps. So far, the metrics, Bitcoin price versus Bitcoin dominance, are still in line with past cycles. But as always, this is a painful phase where people lose hope on their altcoins, understandably so. This cycle feels worse, not because the metrics differ, but because the altcoin dilution, everything and everyone has been tokenized. Picking the right tokens and sectors is harder, and meme coins dominating this cycle have made it even tougher. Overall, super negative sentiment. Many mistakes were made, not holding up Bitcoin, not betting majors, not betting on sectors. Even when betting correctly, not holding majority in Solana, but instead playing high beta memes, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so just some perspective there, all right? Just a little bit of perspective for you. Billy Barhart saying nothing's changed. Prices trail liquidity. Liquidity is already turned. My base case is still the same, which, by the way, again, Fed meeting coming up end of March. That's around the same time, by the way, that if we assume an approximate 2-month delay on the price of Bitcoin moving to the M2 supply, that's around the time the M2 supply equation starts picking up for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency assets. But we have to just, again, eat glass between now and then. Charles Edwards saying, some hopium here for you. You're not the only one sweating. The entire market is panicking. Yeah, always remember that, guys. You're not alone. Okay, you're not alone. Okay, I'm here. I don't care what the hell's going on in the market. I'm showing up for you guys, okay? Am I always right? Hell no. Far from it. But I show up. We talk about stuff. We do our best, okay? He says the entire market's panicking, and that's usually a very good thing. There have only been 3 other instances about the S&P 500, by the way. It's very important because we correlate strongly to it. There have only been 3 other instances where the percent of bulls dropped below 20%, while the percent of bears rose above 60% in the AAII Investors Sentiment Survey. All were great buys. As Fundstrat said, Tom Lee said, a few years back, when it's less than 20, it's 100% buy signal. It's actually very fascinating to see where we are right now, because you can see the previous times that we reached those were actually at deep, deep market lows. The fact that we're in that situation currently, pretty crazy. Ryan Dietrich saying today is historically the worst day of the week during one of the weakest times of the year. Freaking seasonality, man, for stock markets anyway. Seasonality for crypto is usually pretty good around this time of year. Obviously not this time. Macro took over. Ryan Dietrich also, as we've noted many times, the first quarter of a post-election year tends to be quite weak. This choppy start of 2025 isn't that normal. Don't panic. Q2 tends to be pretty good, though, for whatever seasonality ends up being worth, okay? Arizona, by the way, Bitcoin reserve bill passed the Senate, 3rd reading by a vote of 17-2, now moves over to the House. It's in 2nd place in the Bitcoin reserve race, just behind Utah. Texas also pretty high there on the race. Of course, Texas, almost a $3 trillion economy, so, you know, pretty big deal if Arizona or Texas, for example, even Utah, start buying Bitcoin, put it on the balance sheet. So a lot of weird catalysts. And the news has been so good, man. The news has been so good. It's been so frustrating. The last 24 hours, we've had all kinds of stuff. The SEC dropping cases left, right, and center against crypto companies. Meme coins are deemed to be not securities, all that kind of stuff. Flood says ETH trading at the same price it was during April 2021. It's brutal. It's brutal, man. Not a lot of hope left on the ETH charts, to be honest. That we actually had to go off the log chart just to find some kind of hopium of this long market uptrend here. Let's take that off now, though. Currently, I prefer to use the log charts, which are looking a hell of a lot rougher now. Currently, Ethereum. Can Vitalik just like tweet anything positive about? You look like Andre Krohn from Sonic, bull tweeting constantly. Love it. The Solana devs, bull tweeting constantly. Love it. Vitalik's like, peace, love, Zen, and communism, baby. Come on, Vitalik. We need a leader, man. We need a leader who's going to pump these bags up. Let's go. Anyway, besides the point. Currently, we came almost down to $2,000 today. We're currently sitting at the critical area of $2,100 approximately. But look, back here, April 23, that was resistance. November 23, that was resistance. December 23, support. I mean, Ethereum is one of the most disappointing assets this cycle, beyond a doubt. It's crazy. August, again. September 24, again, coming back down to these lows. You know, it has been a wild ride here for ETH. And there's a lot of bullish upgrades and stuff coming, but you got to keep it real, man. We've got some brutal. Look at all the EMAs, man, just trending straight down. Absolutely brutal market structure here for Ethereum. So yeah, the price action really couldn't have been much more disappointing. It's even making me think like, look, Bitcoin, like, whatever, it's fine. Bitcoin's doing what Bitcoin does. But Ethereum, I'm almost like, screw it, man. Just sell the last of the ETH and we'll throw it in something else. Just because it's just been so damn disappointing. It's funny because I sold my ETH up here at $3,000 and I rebought around $2,750. Should have just stayed out, man. Should have stayed out and let things play out a bit more. Anyway, c'est la vie. That's how it works. The total 3, so it's the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, which actually have been getting hit pretty hard because they've got the ETFs right now and they've got very strong outflows going on, which is driving their price down in particular, whereas actually altcoins have been doing kind of okay, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, we've come back down now, retesting the 50-week EMA, retesting the previous highs. Obviously, you need to see that reverse at some point here and not start closing below the 50 EMA, because that then that closes us below these previous highs and below a key moving average, okay? Solana, we got all the way down to 126 today. Pretty damn brutal. 120, of course, the absolute key line in the sand. Support here wildly oversold on the RSI. Let's see if we get a bounce here at some point in the near future. So far, most charts basically looking like AIDS. So, it is what it is. Except Litecoin. Litecoin still holding up strong, man. Still holding up strong, but no real breakout until we get over 137. Okay. When we get over 137 for Litecoin, that's where the big action starts. Holy shit. I'm sorry, guys. That's been a long presentation. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. I want to get through all those points. Try to keep these things relatively short. Anyway, we're going to have some beautiful Sem Branché water here from the guys over at lac3.io. Check this out. Nice. Watery. Beautiful. So, where are we at here? Let's do a few questions. Next stop for Bitcoin, $69,000. Anything lower than that, bear market. Yeah, I think you start getting down to those levels, and it really confirms that it's a major trend reversal. Now, to come down and test support, to test key moving averages, to test key areas, okay, sure. But you actually have to test and then bounce, not test and then slice through it like a hot knife through butter, right? Elvis, love your music, man. Honestly, if you ask me, this is just panicking for nothing. Perfect opportunity to buy before the jump up. It's crazy to see. Yeah, equities are down a little bit, but like the overreaction in crypto has been wild to see. And of course, it all started with the Bybit hack. We've basically been down only since the Bybit hack. It's just caused so much shit in the market. Okay, you might say, well, we've only been down only since the Trump coin released. The 2 or 3 days after that, it's been down only since there. Maybe you could argue that's, of course, the down only, but really the big drop started with the Bybit hack the other day. Hat, yes, hat. Thank you very much. Gotta remember the hat, man. Okay, let's hat up. Any thoughts on the Bitcoin meme coin dog? I mean, look, meme coins are out of favor right now, obviously. If you are comfortable holding that for a while, then okay, sure. I think memes are very reflexive when people go back into a risk-on attitude and they'll put in some big gains. I like that meme in the community and all that stuff. I don't own it, but by the way, if you ever want to see what I own, link down below as always, portfolio disclosures, all that kind of stuff. Risk statement, you can lose all your money investing in cryptos. You're probably finding out recently, but I've been telling you guys that for a very long time for an important reason. Also, I guess got to remind everybody, when profits are on the table, you got to take them, right? I think we made multiple videos and talked about it almost incessantly during November and December and January. Like, guys, remember, feel free to take profits and stuff like that. And, yeah, sure, I did not take anywhere near enough profits. It's fine. Just bag hold for a while, I guess. It's all good. Maybe not my ETH, though. ETH, I'm just disappointed beyond belief with damn Ethereum. Happy Ramadan to everybody who celebrates. That's right. Happy Ramadan, everybody. Happy Ramadan starts today. You've been buying on the way down, but how low can we go? Something to keep in mind here too, guys, is that a lot of people, and you may have already been doing this, people are rushing in. They're trying to trying too hard to force it. They're trying too hard to rush and buy every little dip and stuff like that. Sometimes you just got to chill a little bit, man. Just let it play out. Let it play out. Let's see what happens. Okay. But we are very oversold on a lot of metrics, from fear and greed to, well, the RSI. In fact, what's the RSI on for Bitcoin? As seriously oversold. 21 on Bitcoin RSI today. Now, I just want to give you a bit of context here for that, because it's actually pretty crazy. Let me just bring that up real quick. Okay, that is August 23 levels. What even happened August 23? I don't even remember. So much trauma ago, just forget about these things. 21st June, okay, FTX collapses right here at 24 RSI. So, yeah. One of the worst RSI readings literally in a couple of years, which is very interesting, especially when we're still so high price-wise. Anyway, continuing. ETH hitting the buy zone. Amen to that. I mean, if you believe that we're not going to go to absolute shit, okay, then ETH's probably in a buy zone if you want to, ride that pony. It's like I said, looking at ETH now, it's not that, I don't know, maybe if ETH breaks under $2,000 or something, I don't know, different situation then. But it's more so I'm just disgusted with it. It's just like, gosh damn it. We came out, you didn't even get a new all-time high, Ethereum. Too much Zen and non-competition vibes over at the Ethereum Foundation. We've talked about these criticisms before. When the price was much higher, don't worry. It's not because the price is currently down, but it just reinforces the kick in the balls from the Ethereum Foundation, man. Anyway, continuing. Good day. Has the market ever defied the EMAs and the big caps, for example, goes under and then skyrockets back up? It absolutely can and does. Let me see if I can find a good example here. I mean, many, many times we've seen these kind of things happen. The question is how long it takes to recover from this. You can see right here. This is the 200-day EMA, the pink line on the chart here. So that July 24, August 24, September 24. We spent a lot of time under there actually before seeing a violent recovery thereafter. Just that the question becomes now, are we going to start doing this where we have this sort of initial mega sell-off at the start, then just kind of slow grinding down. Again, if we get this kind of relief rally back up to some key levels, you have to watch that very, very carefully, okay? And we'll be trying to watch that here with you guys. But you have to watch that relief rally whenever it comes very carefully, because if the relief rally goes on the right, it gets rejected, then this situation could play out where we have another lost year in crypto before we have, I guess, another 3 or 4 week bullish period, and then we eat shit for 11 months again. Crypto's fun, man. How many videos per day basically regurgitating nothingness? Well, I understand, Metanome. It's been rough recently, man. I get it. Everyone's upset right now. We do 5 live streams a week trying to answer you guys' questions, trying to keep you up to date on the charts, on the markets. Guess what? It changes every single day, nonstop, all the time. So we talk about those things. In terms of the long form videos we do on the channel, we're doing all kinds of different topics. We got some great Bitcoin market cycle videos coming out over the weekend to give you guys some perspective on all that stuff. We got a Trump tariff video, stuff like that. Try to give you guys as much information as you can so you know what's going on, so you can make the best decisions for yourself. Because this is the thing, and I've said that many times, I'm not here to tell you guys what to do with your money, with your portfolios, all that kind of stuff. I'm here to share my opinions, hopefully answer questions, educate people, that kind of stuff. That's what this channel is here for, okay? Don't freak out on ETH. My buy order is set between $1,000 and $1,300. This is my concern, man, is that if we lose this sort of $2,100, $2,000 level, like shit gets real bad, real fast for ETH. Let's see how we go, though. Obviously, that requires Bitcoin to also keep going down. What do you think about consensus and their ability to save ETH? Well, they've allowed the MetaMask atrocity to exist for years and years and years now. It's still one of the worst wallets in crypto. By the way, if you're using MetaMask, get off damn MetaMask. Use the Rabby wallet, R-A-B-B-Y. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. It's just a good damn wallet. Go check it out. Okay. Daniel says, keeping in mind that most of the top signals are not flash yet, but if we are in a bear market, how fast will we realize that, and what information besides the price? So there's a lot of different things that are could confirm a bear market, but a lot of it's just price action and losing key structures and stuff like that, which is a lot of what's happening right now. Again, we want to see some of this stuff bounce to some kind of level and for macro to change slightly, at least in our favor, to go back in the other direction. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get many top signals flashing this time. There were a few things. You say, okay, well, the Trump meme coin was a top signal. Sure. But usually you have some kind of wild euphoria, and basically had a couple days of people, early insiders, making a bunch of money off of the Trump meme coin, and then that was kind of it. Pretty lame cycle if that was the top. I mean, shit, man. I'm gonna go start an e-com business, or I don't know, trade stocks. That was as best Bitcoin could do this cycle, and Ethereum couldn't even get to an all-time high, and Solana could only put in $25 over its previous all-time high. What are we even doing here? What are we doing here, guys? Yeah. Anyway, just go buy Nvidia at the bottom of the bear market. That's it. Where are we up to? Lark, surely Bitcoin shorts will wreck soon after all. Yes, dirty bears. Dirty, stinky bears. Like we shared earlier in the video, 10 to 1 right now, shorts versus longs on Bitcoin. That sounds like at least squeeze territory at some point here. The problem is US markets, see, we've had a bit of a bounce on Bitcoin now, a little bit from 78 up to back up to $80,500, whatever. The problem is that freaking US markets are going to open up in a few hours. Let's see how they digest yesterday's bad close. Are we going to see a bounce in U.S. markets? The NASDAQ goes up, the S&P 500 goes up, or are we going to see further dumping? If we see further dumping in those markets, if we see another $1 billion of Bitcoin ETF outflows, which Coinbase is then going to dump over the weekend during low volume periods, watch out for 75K, right? Or if Trump just, I don't know, can somebody take this dude's phone away on a Friday afternoon so he doesn't tweet any crazy shit that crashes the market over the weekend as well? Gregory says, good time to buy ETH. You can date me later. You know, it's just like, I don't know. It feels like an abusive relationship with Ethereum. We've been talking about this for a long time. It's not just the current price action, guys. Although I'm disgusted by the current price action. That's a different story. Part of me just loves Ethereum. I really, really do. Then the other part looks and go like, crap, why have they not prioritized scaling the layer one chain? I mean, like, come on, man. Like, as much as, I'm fully technologically capable of using bridges and all that, yeah, but I don't want to, man. That's the nice part about Solana. You can just do everything in one place. You don't have to bridge your money over like a nerd from all these different chains. I'm gonna use a DeFi bridge, nerd. Anyway, continuing. Sonic, man, dude, have you guys used? I've been using Sonic for the past few days. The artist formerly known as Phantom. Holy shit, that thing's fast. That's crazy. When you go and use Solana, when you go and use Sonic, you're like, this feels good. This is how the experience should be. Okay. Litecoin, let's go. Litecoin looking so strong, makes the all-time high in the next coming. That is the theory right now. Okay, that's the theory. I've got a big Litecoin bag right now. I've been adding a bit to it during this dip, actually, although it hasn't dipped that much. Come on, like, why everything else is freaking in just the gutter and Litecoin's barely moving. Besides the point, I've added a bit more to my Litecoin position. I did buy some Aptos yesterday as well. So I've been nibbling at a few things, but I'm not trying to rush in to do too much. I'd much rather just wait for a bit of strength to come back in the market and put in some nice longs and stuff at that point. It feels, yeah, okay, I miss out on a little bit upside, but I don't really care, man. Anyway. Yes, I think the ETF trade is still there, but I mean, look, if markets absolutely crash horribly and stuff like that, it's going to be hard for it to outperform. Again, then Litecoin's the guy hanging on to the palm tree in the face of the tsunami of market devastation, right? But as long as we get some kind of relief in the not so distant future, then we can actually see that happen where the Litecoin ETF does actually provide a bullish narrative. And all you need is a couple coins to pump, man, and suddenly everyone's all excited again. Sentiment changes real fast, but you can't argue the fact that a huge amount of damage has been done to the chart and to the investors in the market. So many people have been liquidated. So many people taken big paper losses, and some have realized big losses. It's not an easy game. Crypto's never been an easy game. And we talk about this, guys. We talk about this a lot, that we all love the upside volatility, but nobody really likes the downside volatility. And this, again, as we talked about with the Bitcoin chart, it's relatively standard for a Bitcoin market cycle. Let's see how it plays out, obviously, over the next few days and few weeks. If we can actually get at least a relief rally back up to 90 or 92K would be nice to see. Litecoin on a redemption arc. I agree, man. Tom says, very happy I sold my crypto 3 weeks ago. I think the top is in. Well, definitely a local top is in. Do we get a nice recovery moving forward? Let's wait and see. If it is another 4-year wait till the next, I mean, geez Louise, man, what a lame cycle if that's the case. Oh, yeah, I know, but money was made in some places, but most of the money this cycle was not made with anything interesting. Just dog cat coins. Like, what a waste. All this cool technology going on in crypto, and that's what, I went absolutely crazy. And look, I'm not against meme coins. Told you that many times. But that's the best we could do. We can do better. We can do better. I know, yeah, there's some real world asset stuff and some AI stuff for like a few weeks, but anyway, continuing. Sold all your crypto, LMAO. Look, I would like to say this, guys. Fuck sell shaming. Honestly, if people want to, you don't know where people are in their lives, man. You don't know what's going on with them in their life. And it's easy to criticize people. It's easy to say, it's not constructive, man. Look, people out there have a variety of things going on. They come to the market for a variety of reasons. And look, somebody might have been investing for years and they're just like, I'm done with crypto. I'm just going to sell. And they had a bunch of profits stored up in those coins. And even if they missed the best possible profits at the all-time high of their portfolio, they still left with a bunch of money. Some people top blasted, took big losses, and they're just going to eat that L, take the tax write-off, and move on with their lives. There's a lot of different things, right? Maybe they need money. Maybe a bill came up. They lost their job, right? Who the hell knows? Stuff happens, man. People need to sell. Okay, there's nothing wrong with selling. And I get it. It's far from an ideal time to sell. Oh, my ETH, oh, geez. Come, Vitalik, come on. Anyway, it's not a great time to sell for a variety of reasons unless you truly believe that this is the end of times and the markets are going to go dramatically lower. We're talking Bitcoin's going to drop another 50%. It's going to go down to like 40K. We're talking that ETH's going back to $1,000, maybe lower, maybe $800. Disgusting. Solana's going back to $40. Every other altcoin and have in your portfolio is going to go down 90%. Now, if you really believe that, and that's your sort of base case, you should probably already be in cash and waiting for that situation to happen. So like I say, at the end of the day, we're having a conversation here. Okay, we share ideas. I share my opinions, try to give my best insights that I can for you guys. But at the end of the day, it's just you alone sitting in front of your computer, making those buys, making those sells, and everybody has different reasons. Now, look, selling just because you're afraid is usually not the best situation. But if you are afraid in these particular situations, it probably means you've overexposed yourself. And you know how like every video I say, like, guys, hey, never invest more than you can afford to lose. Past performance not equate to future performance, all kind of stuff, right? That's serious stuff. I know we kind of maybe gloss over it sometimes, but it's real. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose, but everybody does. And then you can't sleep at night. I know how it is, guys. Litecoin is the hell rider. Litecoin. I had my entire portfolio. Yo, Tony, you're screwing around with us, right? You're joking, man. You gotta be joking. Tony says that I had my entire portfolio in Brett. I lost my wife and kids, but I still have my bag of shit. Well, I hope your wife and kids didn't leave because your entire portfolio was in Brett. Don't take too many risks. We talked about that conversation. I think you're screwing with us, but just regardless, if you are serious, or maybe that's a story that someone else out there can relate to. They took too many risks on meme coins. How many times we have a conversation about, guys, look, when it comes to meme coins, play with meme coins, have fun, right? But don't make it like the majority of your bag, like 1, 2, 3% of your portfolio is enough of your crypto portfolio, which is probably should only be X percentage of your total asset portfolio exposure. Sure, play around, have fun, but understand them for what they are. Okay, going all in on any meme coin. If no pump before May, then no vacation, then we go to Goblin Town all summer. Oh boy, yeah. One of our scenarios, and we've got a video coming out in a few hours. I highly recommend you guys watch it. It's very informative. Basically laying out the bull and the bear scenario for 2025. You also might just be in a situation where we just grind sideways in a wide range, which is going to eat everybody up and drive everybody insane. Glassnode released data, only retail is selling. Except for the ETF guys, that's probably a lot of institutions unwinding their Bitcoin bets. You get the downside volatility to have the upside volatility. That's it. There's that old saying, if you can't handle the dips, you don't deserve the rips, right? And look, again, I want you to, here's maybe an interesting thing. Record a short video or using your phone, or that's actually pretty good. Record a short video using your phone and explain to your future self how you're feeling right now. I'm a fucking idiot. Why didn't I sell? How did I let this happen? I fucked up again. Everybody was counting on me, etc., as you guys know what to say. And next time the market's pumping, you need to replay that fucking video to yourself every single goddamn day, so you don't end up here again, where you have taken literally nothing off the table, right? You know, it's funny. I was thinking today, like, I've actually made quite a bit of money throughout the last 6 months or whatever. But like, it's all gone to the New Zealand tax. Well, not all of it, but like more than I would like has gone to the New Zealand tax, man. Now the benefit here is, well, at least my tax bills basically sorted out in New Zealand. But crap, taxation is theft. Anyway, different story. Okay. 1 or 2 more here for you guys. We're gonna finish up. It's getting a bit long, but I feel like, we're taking a bit of extra time to answer some of you guys' questions. Okay. Nick, apologies. It's just, it's a phrase, man. I did move to Dubai, but in order to move here, I still, there were tax obligations to settle back in New Zealand, particularly taxes around, winding up my companies and stuff like that, which has taken a while to get everything actually finished up. Anyway, besides the point, taxes suck. Let's just say that. With nothing more than memes coming out, do you see prices going up? Maybe with no more memes coming out. Definitely, the meme frenzy has slowed down, but you got to keep it real, man. The second risk on comes back, people are gonna be aping into memes again. It's just, you can't stop it. The gambling is not going to stop. Okay. I am. Don't worry about the accent. It says, are you from New Zealand? I've lived in New Zealand most of my life. I did grow up in the States, but that was very, very long time ago. But the accent kind of stuck, which I always kind of thought the theory is that I moved there as a teenager to New Zealand. I never needed to adapt my accent to be understood in New Zealand. I watched American films and stuff like that. So I just kind of kept my American accent, I guess. But yes, I'm from New Zealand. Spent most of my life there. Please talk about Jupe and why everyone's fudding it. I'm not sure why people are specifically fudding Jupiter, but for me, I'm unstaking mine. I'll look to sell whatever eventual future market move comes. I've decided I'm not going to do the active staking reward this time, just because I'd like to be able to cash that position out if I need to or want to, and if I see adequate price action to justify it. I think probably the entire Solana ecosystem is getting fudded right now, simply because, well, Solana's down a lot and had all the crime going on over there. And there was also allegations, implications that Meteora, a team directly connected to Jupiter, might have had some kind of relationship with some of these insider deals, all allegedly, okay? So yeah, maybe that's where a bit of that FUD's coming from. Okay, 1 or 2 more here, guys. Taxation is theft. What about free education, healthcare? So, well, the problem is none of it's free. You pay for it, right? It's just the cost of living somewhere, right? So, it's interesting. I think back in New Zealand, right, I was paying 39% tax, and the roads were never painted, even in the capital. Say they paint them once in a while, but it's like, that's looks a bit rough out here, guys. I feel like the capital country. The capital of the country. Maybe we should make it look a little nicer, take a little more pride in it. Anyway, I love New Zealand. Don't get me wrong, but education. Your education is not free. I actually pay a gargantuan sum of money for education, based on the tax burden. But also, and I don't mind helping out, chipping in my share for society and stuff like that, obviously. But then I was actually sending my kids to a private school anyway, so I'm paying that plus paying tax for everyone else to be able to go, which is fine. But there's here's an idea. If people were left to have their own money, maybe you could just pay for your school directly. User pays. And that's a whole different conversation we got on the road about taxes and the justifications of taxes and all that stuff, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, Fairfax 62, what is up, man? Did you live near Pittsburgh? I lived about an hour north of Pittsburgh. My grandma lives in Pittsburgh still, along with a lot of my extended family. Up around Mars, not the planet. You know. Up in Mercer County, so about halfway between Pittsburgh and Erie. Plus, I still have a bunch of relatives there, like my Uncle Butch lives in Cambridge Springs, man. Right by the French Creek. Anyway, yep, just a little ex-coal mining town, man. Fly speck, middle of nowhere, Appalachia town. Classic stuff. think the reason everyone's freaking out is because the price is so high. A 10% drop from 60K doesn't hurt as much as a 20% drop from 110K. I think the thing is too is that seeing just how bad it breaks down. Like, it's down basically nonstop, straight down 20% in a week. Pretty crazy. Yeah, well, I have had private health insurance as well back in New Zealand, and anytime you want to go to the hospital to get seen in New Zealand, everything's the regular doctors and stuff are closed. You can't get a doctor to come see you. So remember, it's like a situation where our son, which is like 10 days old, and he's sick at 9 o'clock at night. Okay, well, we got to go to the emergency room. Guess what? 12-hour wait to be seen by the doctor. So we're going to sit here till 9 in the morning with our sick kid. No, we're just going to go home. Right? And that's what my tax money is paying for. And probably similar situation to you guys in the UK as well. So again, nothing is free. You pay for it, and you pay a middleman to arrange it, which is the government, who are wildly inefficient and incompetent at doing most things. So whole different rant, guys. Whole different rant. Oh my God. New Zealand is better than a country compared to the Philippines. Sure. I mean, again, big New Zealand fan. Don't get me wrong. I have my criticisms of a big New Zealand fan. Okay, I can criticize things and still like them. Okay, nowhere is perfect. Nowhere is perfect. Okay, boss, are you holding? I have no XRP, so I'm not holding my XRP because I don't own XRP. I haven't owned XRP since 2017, but I would definitely trade XRP. I think it's a nice asset that tends to have pretty nice clean charts. So, I hope that's not a real story, but I hope that's not a real story. Reminds me of when I was little, and my mom worked at this sort of like hippie organic market garden thing, and so we would do deliveries to Pittsburgh. And in the summer, I'd go with her. We'd drive the van down. I was always cool. You coming down the highway and see the big towers of the skyscrapers rising up from the mountains is always neat. Anyway, we were driving around. Is it called? Is it really called is it Shady Side? I think it's called Shady Side. Anyway, it's one of the districts downtown Pittsburgh. And we're driving along, and I'm like, I don't know, 6 or 7 at the time. And it's like, Mom, why is that man dressed like a woman? And it was this transvestite. Very pretty looking man, right? Very tall. He's got the high heels on, the short red skirt, red wig. And it's just like, reminded me of that story. Anyway. Continuing to Youngstown. Oh yeah, nice. I go to Mercer all the time. I'm in Youngstown. Yeah, oh, yeah. Vice versa. When I was a kid, we went over to Youngstown plenty. Okay. It's been a rough spot for holders. Amen to that. It's been actually really, if you've been trying to invest rationally in this market cycle, it's been tough, man. It's been tough because you're like, okay, I'm going to buy like solid tech altcoins, like, good, robust layer ones with lots of users and cool shit going on. And then, Joe Blow comes by and puts $100 into Dog Coming Ucoin. And it's like, oh, that guy just made $1 million. And you're sitting here with like 5% gains on your hot tech altcoins. And then they go down 50% as soon as you risk off. Anyway. Hey, what's up, man? Nice to see you here. Oh yeah, Chris, I saw your question. I only wanted to answer it. Thank you for posting it again. Yes. If this, again, the asterisk to the whole conversation has to be as long as macro doesn't get increasingly worse. Okay, we laid out the charts. We laid out that this is a big retest. It's brutal and it's painful, but it's actually pretty standard within a Bitcoin market cycle. Maybe this is even an extended cycle that grinds on for a lot longer than most of us are going to be able to stay sane, to be honest. But it's all kind of standard so far, as long as macro doesn't really go to shit. So as long as, inflation doesn't spike massively high and the trade war gets really bad, probably deals are going to be reached. Trump's going to get the oil flowing. He's going to bring tax cuts in. He's going to give out checks from the Department of Government Efficiency Savings. All kind of stuff's going to happen. Okay, but it doesn't happen overnight. It's, things that happen later this year, maybe. So yes, this could be a gargantuan bear trap, but we need to see support levels hold. We got very close today. We got down to $78,000. I think $73,000 as we wrote on the chart here. Just bring that back up so we don't forget about that. As we wrote on the chart here, Below $73,000 is the place where your hopes and dreams die. Okay? That's some serious structural damage to the charts here, okay? If that happens. This so far, it's brutal, it's savage. I really want us to get back with the 200-day EMA, which is $85,000 soon. And of course, we have to watch out for the potential bearish retest. Okay, but anyway, potentially a very big and very brutal bear trap, but maybe a bear trap nevertheless. I think the bears are getting cocky. Man, the stream's getting, I'm sorry, man. I know you know what? Screw it. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm having fun talking to you guys. It's been a good time. You're right. It's almost a damn hour. We're rambling at this point. We're telling stories, but anyway, guys, we're here. We're going to be back on Monday with the next live stream. Again, we got some really educational videos coming out over the weekend. I hope you check them out. I hope you enjoy them, and I will see you guys back next time. I'm going to go play with my kids. Try to enjoy your weekend, guys. Okay. Life's still beautiful. I know our magic internet money's in the gutter right now, but it's not always going to be the case. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back next time.